Hey BiKoPians, I'm Paul, and this is Turkey Run Park in Louisville, Kentucky. Let's go shred. Turkey Run Park starts at the Silos parking lot, and you can do this little jump off a ledge to warm up while you wait for your buds to shred the trails. But once you get going on the trails, you just like, it's just a little fun little thing, the little cliffs on the side, nothing too bad, little hoppity jump there, and you start making your way to the trails, and there's a silo, and here's the entrance to the Turkey Run Trail. The pilot center is on the right, but you go left, and then there's a split between the Paw Paw on the left and the Hickory Trail on the right. I'm gonna go right, and for the next 8 minutes, just sit back and relax, and let's enjoy Turkey Run. This is the Hickory Trail right here, and just flowing downhill, just cruising along and having a blast.
The Hickory Trail is probably my favorite trail. It's really flowy. It's just a lot of fun. It's a great way to start. There's some little creek crossings, just like you're seeing right here. But the trail is just a blast to ride. Again, more little creek crossings, up and downs. You can see a lot of rocks have been exposed over the years, and it's a little narrow and you can get kill the flow, but it's a little technical and a lot of fun. Gotta love riding it, and, more creek crossings. One of the things that I've noticed is you see that exposed rock right there. That was not exposed when these parks started, but things like that have just come to light and, made the trail sort of technical over the years. It ends with this little bit of a downhill after this turn, and then you just roll around and you join in the intersection of the Paw Paw and Chinkapin Trail. And it's just a lot of fun and puts a big smile on your face. This is the Chinkapin Trail at Turkey Run Park in Louisville, Kentucky. It starts from the trail intersection and goes down. There's some little mini ditches to cross, and you work your way to a fairly large creek crossing. This is the biggest creek crossing, I think, in the park. It's not too bad, but it's a little bit of a rocky, punchy climb out of it. It's definitely a lot more technical than it looks right here, especially here. It's just a little punchy, loose dirt, rocks. It's easy to slip a pedal and have to walk up that. GoPro effect's real, but whatever. Here we go. Look at that sun just coming through the trees. It's beautiful. The trail's just up and down cross country. A lot of fun, just cruising around and, riding with your buds and just having a blast in the woods. The Chinkapin Trail is all about that, and it's just really flowy, fun trail. Really enjoy it, and it's definitely worth doing if you go to Turkey Run Park in Louisville, Kentucky. And you can see just right here cruising. Oh, got a little hop in the air. So sweet. All right, here we go. Still on the Chinkapin Trail, just cruising along. This is what this whole trail is like. The whole trail is just like this, just cruising in and out of the trees, and it's just so incredibly beautiful. And I mean, words just really can't describe how cool this trail is. I once almost ran over a snake right here on the Chinkapin Trail. Really freaked me out coming around that corner, but it never happened since then. Here's the Paw Paw Trail. This is like halfway, but starting from the entrance to the Chinkapin. And this is just riding uphill, cruising along. Lots and lots of exposed rocks. I would say out of all the trails over the years that I've ridden at Turkey Run, the Paw Paw Trail is the one that I have crashed on the most. And this is going back from the entrance from the Greenway. It's sort of like out and back. And you can see it's really rocky, but there are some flowy spots. But again, I've wrecked a lot on this section. There's a lot of exposed like roots and little mini tree stumps, rocks. Just easy to catch your pedals and go over the bars. None of that today, but definitely you need to be conscious of that when you're riding the Paw Paw Trail. And it is a lot of fun. Continuing to the Paw Paw, and this is back where we started after the Chinkapin, and just riding up here and about getting ready to make it our way up to the intersection with a Chinkapin Trail and the Paw Paw. Let's go down. This is the Paw Paw Trail at the intersection with Chinkapin, and then just dropping in. Check out that little hop my friend did. Nice. It's really narrow, but it's a lot of fun. The Paw Paw is a lot of fun. There's a little cool bridge. You love hopping off that thing, and you just ride uphill to the end. Then here is the Skills Trail at the bike park at the Silo Center. I have a history here. I separated my AC joint on this little jump up ahead, and you have these little banky turns. I haven't gotten redemption here in a long time, and this is me getting redemption for the first time since separating my AC joint on this little ledge where my foot came off when I was very inexperienced many years ago. But there I go, and sweet redemption. It doesn't look like much, but when you're a beginner many years ago, you get separated your AC joint, it hurts. But after I hit it the first time, I had to hit it again, and
here's my friend in front of me, we're just going along, and once you have the right bike, the right skills, it's no big deal really, but it is a little bit of a flat landing, and you can see almost lost control there just because it was so flat. Here's Crazy Reds. It's really cool because there's this wall ride. I've tried the wall ride in the past, but I just don't really dig it. I've seen some riders hit it. Looks really cool. Maybe I'll do it someday, but it's just not my jam. The whole trail, it's just eroded over the years. Lots of little hops and stuff, but it's really, really hard to keep momentum, and it's pretty loose. Needs a lot of work. There's a lot of potential here, but just needs a lot of work. You can see getting a little air here and there and stuff. It's pretty fun, but it's just not what it was when the park opened. Just needs a lot of love and work on this trail. Make Crazy Reds cool again. But there's some little wooden ramps on the side. That one I didn't have a ton of momentum, but you know, it's still a lot of fun. This is after the cheaters return and going downhill. A lot of people don't ride this, but I think it is actually the most fun part. A lot of downhill, little ramp, get some air, and you just sort of bomb down to this little creek bed down here and get the speed, and then you just go down, and then it is a little bit of a lengthy climb back up, but it's totally worth it. And then you come out to the entrance. This is the Trough Trail. It has the same entrance of Crazy Reds at the Silo Center Bike Park at Chinkapin Trail Park in Louisville, Kentucky. It's actually appears to be named after like a feeding trough that's on the side of the trail. It's similar to Crazy Reds. There's some little dirt ramps, a bunch of little dirt jumps. It's just pretty eroded, and you know, right there, totally didn't have any momentum over that jump. It's just hard to get momentum and flow on these trails nowadays. But again, the same as Crazy Reds, there's this intersection. You just have this really fun downhill. Most people take the cheater route back up, but I just love sending this little downhill portion. It's worth the extra effort to climb up, get a little exercise and a little bit more fun. Get that smile on your face. Totally worth it for me at least. And then you have this little cool exit trail, get some speed, and it's just, I love this little section at the end, and then you can jump over the entrance of the trails right here. The Piglet Trail shares the Flying Pig Trail's entrance, and you just go down the trail, and it's sort of fast at first. It's other downhill in the Silo Center Bike Park at Turkey Run, and you just keep going, and then eventually you come across a split in the trail, and the Flying Pig's the right, and the Piglet is to the left. I went left in this case, and it's just like a bit of a flowy downhill. It's a little choppy at times, but it's pretty fun, and there's some rocky things. You can keep momentum. It just puts a smile on your face. It's nothing real intense or anything, but it's just a fun way to break it up. It's definitely a lot more flowy than Crazy Reds. This is Flying Pig, again, the same entrance as Piglet, but at the split, you go right instead of left. It's a lot of fun, flowy, similar to Piglet, just a little bit different. And there's this one part on the trail after all these turns and just sort of flows and stuff, but it's coming up here really, really soon, and here it is. It's just like this total buzzkill, and it just kills all your momentum. I really wish the flow was better there and fixed, but anyways, there's some little rocky ledges at the end of it, and you just fly around. My final thoughts are that Turkey Run has changed a lot over the years. It used to be very beginnerish and easy, and it still sort of is, but it's become really eroded and rocky and sort of technical. Still a lot of fun. It's a great resource to have for mountain bikers in the Louisville, Kentucky area.